Just a tech teacher living in a classroom world. Took a deep dive Monday, gonna learn in a furrow. Clicking through platforms, searching for that skill. Breaking down technology, giving learners a thrill. Deep dive Monday, to the deep tech solutions. Deep dive Monday, step by step, we're revealing.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our Deep Dive Mondays. Today we're going to be learning how to do AppSmashing Storytime, which is put together creating a story with a Gemini gem called Storybook, and then using Adobe, because you're only able to download it as a PDF, to make it legible and then upload it into Book Creator. We're going to discuss different ways that you can make it readable for your students. And let's start. If you want to scan the QR code in there, you can follow up with the slide, but if not, we'll share all this information with you later as well. So if you have not registered, please do so. Go into the PD system, and the session is 401160. You can also see that Debbie put it in the chat, so you can just click on it and register for the session. Once you're registered, you're able to check in using checking code PSJA Tech. Any questions, just make sure that you put them in the chat. Debbie and myself are going to be here looking at the chat and trying to answer your questions as they come. Follow along, have fun. And the link to the slides, Debbie, I believe, put it also in the chat, and I will share it with you. I can go back to that QR code later. The objective for this training is that by the end of this tech session, you will be able to create storybooks using the Storybook Gemini gem that I was discussing, upload it into Book Creator. Then you will also be able to learn how to make an image PDF into a readable PDF. You know, like sometimes we have our PDFs and we're trying to select the text and it's not selectable to be able to copy and paste. Well, using the OCR feature on Adobe will allow you to do that, and I'll show you that as well. And you will be able to leave this session with about 3 or 4 ways on using and creating digital storybooks or eBooks, and share them with your students, share them with other teachers, and make it focused on pre-K guidelines or TEKS. So what is the end goal? Not just having a PDF, not just creating a storybook that is just there, but make it accessible, interactive, that it will speak to your students or that you read to the students and record it. So you're going to create, unlock, and publish these storybooks. So the recipe, again, like I said, we're going to use the Gemini Storybook Gem. Then we're going to grab it and put it into Adobe Acrobat, and we're going to publish into Book Creator. And all these will make that app smashing that we're talking about. We're app smashing with Gemini, with app smashing with Adobe Acrobat, and with Book Creator. Step 1, we need to create the book. So we're going to use Google's Gemini gem called Storybook, and this link will take you directly to the gems so you can oversee them. And after going through the steps, we're going to go live and do them. So you upload or add any pre-K guidelines or TEKS. You can focus on the RLA ones, the SLA ones, or if you try to make a storybook focus on math, science, or social studies, upload those TEKS as well and select the TEK that you want to focus on. So for right now, my audience, I want you to think for, I see Samantha, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. I want you to think of a pre-K guideline that you might want to use when we create and generate a book right now together. So I put right here a TEK, family traditions. This was generated here on Canva, so the words are not exactly correct, but in Gemini, everything should be perfect. And we're going to allow to do Gemini its magic once we get there. So why AppSmash? So when I was deciding on what to create for this session, I was thinking, well, how cool would it be if we can create stories that are aligned to the guidelines that we use, either pre-K guidelines or TEKS. We can also put a list of vocabulary words that we want to use and to be able to be embedded. And if there's a theme happening, like in our pre-K curriculum, there are themes that are happening throughout. Or even if it's a season, like the holiday season that we just passed, you can ask it to create it and generate it with that. The solution is the issue with that is when you use the Gemini app, the only way to download it and share it with your students is to download it as a PDF. And it's a PDF document that has the book. So we grab that PDF, we put it into Adobe because it's only images, and it will look at the text and make it readable. After that, we can upload it to Book Creator, so which will be the step 2. We'll grab it, put it into Adobe Acrobat, do the scan OCR feature, and I'm going to show you that as well, to recognize the text. It does it quickly, and you'll be able to move on to creating your storybook in Book Creator. You import that unlocked OCR readable PDF, and then choose side by side the layout, and you can then allow it to do the text-to-speech feature. So it will be read, even though it might sound a little robotic. You can use that if you're getting a little shy into reading the book itself and recording yourself, but you can add your own voice. You can actually record it and have your students listen to it. Or you can even have your students read it and record it and have that storybook part of everyone's involvement. So let's do the showcase, the pre-K one first. Again, Samantha, start thinking. There we go. I love it. You're already on top of it. Put it in that chat.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure. I'm like, this one's perfect for that. Reenact the story with clear beginning, middle, and end. So I thought this one would be perfect for this.
Love it. Do you want to put anything like maybe with math or with social emotional learning as well? So the focus or the context is that, but we'll make sure that we put that one there too. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to go and generate and align it to the pre-K guidelines in Gemini. Then we're going to download it again as a PDF and do the OCR in Adobe. Then we're going to upload it to Book Creator, and then we can either do that robotic text-to-speech or teacher voice recording, or I'm going to show you a bonus after we're done with generating this one. So one of the things that is very focused for younger students, hearing a familiar voice actually builds that connection. So for our pre-K3, pre-K4, and kinder students, building that connection with the teacher, I will suggest you're recording your own voice. Make it fun, exciting, and read it. So let's go into those tools first. So we're going to go to Gemini, and I'm going to put it right here. And once in here, that link, or if you wanted to go to Gemini by itself, I have a lot of things that I use Gemini over time, as you can tell, just by looking at my history. You will go to the 3 lines in here. We call it a hamburger. And then you will click on gems. Once you go to gems, you will see the pre-made gems by Google. There's a bunch of them, well, 7, created already by Google. And the storybook is a Google experiment. So it hasn't gotten out. It might get out of Gemini Gems and be like other experiments like Notebook LM that has a standalone website. But for right now, we're going to use it here. And you can also create your own gems if you want to. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click on it. And then it takes you to the gem. So I had created one already here. It gives you some storylines to create. But like I said, we're going to focus on pre-K guidelines. And in the resource section, I already downloaded the pre-K guidelines for you. So what I'm going to show you, let me see, where did I put it? I am sharing this document, this folder that says pre-KG and TEKS. So I already grabbed the pre-KG and the TEKS for you for RLA and SLA. So in here, I'm going to grab the English one only. So this is a comprehensive guide. And since we're focusing on pre-K4, I'm going to grab also the pre-K4 comprehensive guide. So I'm going to open it, and it's just going to be here so it can use it as knowledge base as reference. And like Samantha was sharing with me, we're going to focus on pre-K guideline. All right, so I'm going to type in here. Create a storybook about, so I want some help on theming it. Any ideas? Put it in the chat. Do you have any idea of what you want to do? Like it can be, let's do it on the beginning of the school year, the end of the school year, anything that will be amazing to put in the pre-K guideline as a digital, in the pre-K classroom as a digital library. Let's see, I have 2 people typing. Physical fitness. Okay. About physical fitness, maybe persuading pre-K level students to put down technology like iPads and get out and exercise. How does that sound? Okay.
Sounds
And
great.
theme it to summer school or enrichment camp. All right. And I misspelled exercise. I'm putting it in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and generate it. The coolest thing about generating is that within Gemini, the bonus thing that I'm going to show you later, and I just can't wait to share with you while it's generating, is that it actually, you can use this as a teacher and use it, share with the students live in Gemini, within the Gem, and you can have it read aloud by Gemini. And it does do a more fluid voice in the generation. I love that you're loving it, Erika. Just wait until you see it created too. Writing the first draft. While that is doing, I know that I'm going to be using my Adobe Acrobat. So I'm going to open my app to be ready. And just put it to the side.
I just kind of want to ask you, Valentin, because I know we're working on the enrichment activities and stuff like that and read alouds.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this would be a good tool because like we're having to like search up read alouds that connect to whatever it is they're learning that week, like the curriculum, and then to whatever theme they're assigning for that weekend. So like I think on February 28th, it's gardening adventures. And then March 7th, it's physical fitness. So I think this is a really good way of having like a little read aloud that ties into everything that they're supposed to be covering. So I think this is a really good tool for that.
Thank you for sharing that. And you know what? I realized that I have it in Pro and that's why it's taking so long. So I'm going to stop it and I am going to switch it to fast, but it won't stop my response. I'm going to refresh it. And I'm going to put it again. And I'm going to add my pre-K guidelines because it was taking too much. It was this one and this one. Use the attached documents to create standard align storybook. Focus on this pre-K guideline. Theme the storybook to summer school or enrichment camps. And then make the story should be about physical fitness and how students at all ages should practice. Your audience is pre-K 3 and pre-K 4 students. All right, so hopefully this will be a lot faster by generating in the Fast Gemini. If you have not gone to Book Creator and you have not created an account, you can join it. You join it free. You do have access to create some books in the free version. So we're using the freemium. And what I do like about Book Creator is that I told you, like, not only are you going to be able to use the books that you generate as the PDF that is done, but you can also record your voice and record video as well and embed it in there. So why is drying that first draft? I'm going to go back in here and I want to show you what we're going to be working next in creating a second book. So now if I have anybody that is in first grade, I want you to focus on a pre-K guideline and give me a pre-K guideline, a first grade TEK on math, science, social studies, anything that you wish that you're working on this week, so I can start generating after this one is done and we can use it as well. So again, think of a first grade TEK and a theme and put it on the chat for me. So I can start putting it to generating as soon as it's done with this one. It's finalizing the illustrations. We're almost done. Da-da-da. Come on. My internet has been really slow all day today. And it's hitting up the press. Come on, let's go. It's published. I want to make sure that I'm sharing my sound. Yes. So Nia and Mateo's active day at camp. Look at how it looks. The details and the storylines, and it goes really well. The sun was big and bright, and it was the first day of summer. A summer camp. Nia walked through the front gate with her big backpack. And then he meets a friend, and then they walk to the coach. Let me see how many pages it has, and it has 10 pages. Now, I'm going to download it so I can show you how it goes into a book. And then we're going to bring it into Adobe. Preparing the storybook. Now, has anybody give me a first grade TEK? I'm looking at the chat. Anyone? You can Google it. Or just tell me what you're focusing on math, and we'll just tailor it to first grade. All right, so that should have been downloaded, and it's right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to open the folder that it's at, and then click it, because if I open it here automatically, it will open it in the browser, and I want to use the app. So I am in Adobe now. And what I'm going to do is scan for OCR. Remember that I told you OCR is what we need to do. So right now, these are not readable. So you cannot select the text. So what you will do, you will scan for OCR. And you will put on recognize text, all pages, English, and it will do it. Now, one of the things that I do want to mention, my name is throughout every single page. While I'm in Adobe, I will take it out so it's not read aloud if we're going to be doing the text to speech. Because if not, it will be read aloud every single time that is there. All right, I will focus on kinder. Thank you, Blanca. So what that is scanning, let me go into the Gemini again, but I'm going to open it as a new gem because I want to work with this stuff still. One of the things that I didn't think of until right now, processing, Samantha, what you put, I wonder if we would have put in there, place questions for teachers to read before, during, and after. That's possibly something that can be done as well. So focusing on the storybook itself and that pre-K guideline that you put in there. So we can do that later. We can work on that. So I'm going to go back into storybook. I'm going to grab the Kinder TEK. And what theme do you want for Kinder, Ms. Quiroz? The question was, what would you want to theme the storybook to? Like we're focusing on math composing and the composing numbers, but what would you want to theme it? Like, where do you want it done? Zoo animals. I love that. So your audience is kinder students. Theme the storybook about the zoo and the zoo animals. Make it fun and engaging and generate real pictures of zoo animals, not cartoons. Additionally, at the end of the book, I don't know if this will be done, but it will be kind of cool, include, at the end of the book, after it's finished, add a page and include 6 DOK level 3 and 4 questions, 3 of each level, for a teacher to ask students to reflect. Let's see how that will work. So while I'm doing that, and we're here, and it should finish the OCR. Now that we did the OCR, you can see that you can select the text. It's readable now. So like I told you, I'm going to go here and I'm going to go into edit. And now that I'm in edit, I can go and select my name to get it out. But you know what? For time's sake, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just going to close it and let's go to Book Creator. Actually, I have it open already here. And I'm going to start in this library. New book. So you're going to click on New Book. And I want to do it as a portrait. And it will be the portrait side by side. Yes, perfect. So now what I'm going to do is import media, I believe, files. So now I should have in my downloads the Nia and Mateo Activate Day Camp. And add pages from your PDF. Yes. So it's going to be uploading the pages from the PDF. Now they're also readable text with OCR. While that is unloading, I'm going to see how it's doing with the creation of the zoo parts and animal holes. And it created this storybook. It didn't do real images, but it's still cartoons. I want to see if it added that last page. It didn't add it. You can provide me with those 6 DOK level 3 and 4 questions. It might not do it in this gem. It might not, the restrictions on it. But what you can do once you download the PDF, you can upload it into Gemini and then ask that question and it will generate those questions so you can place them in there. Still processing the book. While it's doing that, since it's already 4:54, I'm going to show you the bonus. So when you are in Gemini, you can use the snipping tool. Does everybody know how to use the snipping tool? Have you used the snipping tool before? And what have you used it for? You can unmute yourself or you can type it on the chat.
I use the snipping tool a lot just to kind of like take pictures of what I'm having on the screen, pictures or anything. That way I don't have to download the picture. So I just use it very conveniently for everything pretty much.
I love it. But did you know that the snipping tool also does video recording?
I did not know. That's why I'm just saying it right now. Like, what? I didn't know we can do that
here,
too.
you can do video recording. And you can do it in a way that it can capture the audio of the computer, but also it can capture the audio if you're speaking, like the microphone. So you can select what to capture or not. So what I want to show you while the other things are being processed, I'm going to go back to that book that we had. I'm going to grab the snipping tool in recording mode and select the area. I'm going to actually select it here on the second page. So I am going to select all that area from here to here. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so it just focuses on this. Now here, I'm not going to be speaking. This reads it to you. But if you want to do it with the snipping tool and record yourself, you can do that. And you will create a video of the read aloud. So I'm not going to speak. So I'm going to leave this muted. I'm going to click start. And I'm going to click here.
Nia and Mateo's active day at camp.
Oh
the
my God.
sun was big and bright. It was the first day of sunny summer camp.
Here.
Nia walked through the front gate with her big backpack.
And that's fine.
She was ready to play.
I'm going to start again.
Nia saw a new friend. The sun, Nia and Mateo's active day at camp. The sun was big and bright. It was the first day of sunny summer camp. Nia walked through the front gate with her big backpack. She was ready to play. Nia saw a new friend. His name was Mateo. He had a big red ball. "Hello, Nia," Mateo said. They were both excited to start their camp adventure. A tall man
So I'm going to stop it
walked
right
over
here
to them.
just as a preview.
"Hello, campers," he said.
So I'm going to pause it here. And then I'm going to press the red stop record button so you can see how it looks.
Mateo's active day at camp. The sun was big and bright.
So you basically get a recording that you can upload to YouTube, share it with your students, assign it to them so they can read the book and have it read aloud to them. This will be great also for introduction of a topic or something at any grade, as long as you select what grade you're wanting to do. So once you're here, let's look at this in here. It might have not added, but I'm still going to download it. But what I want to see is when it's here already in my, I don't know, it didn't upload my pages. Where is my book? So I only have 2 minutes left of our session. So what you will do when you upload the file, it should, and it does, because I've created other storybooks like this, and it will process the upload. Now maybe I press X by mistake, but once you get in there, I'm going to show you another book that I already have. I'm going to go to my other libraries and my books. I created this about the story of Zoila, their first day at school. So in this one, I'm going to play it.
Zola's Big School Day.
This one, I recorded myself.
Zola felt a little shy on her first day of school. Her tummy was doing a flip-flop. But then she saw her teacher, Miss Anya, with a big, worn smile. "Welcome, Zola."
Yeah. So I do voices when I do my read alouds. And then this one is the example that I want to show you of how it's read by the OCR or the text directly.
Zola's Big School Day.
It's a little robotic.
Zola's Big School
I guess I recorded myself in here too. So let me read to me.
Zola.
Nope. So I was doing it both in this one as well. But you heard the beginning, how it's more robotic. And I really do believe that if you do your own recording, you get that connection with your students. All right. So it is 4:59. I'm going to stop sharing. And I want to see if you have any questions, anything that lingers in your head, any aha moments or anything that you want to add or you want to try.
Miss Erica had a question, but her mic wasn't working. She
Miss
wanted
Erica,
to, yeah, she wanted to ask if there's any way like you can put like your picture and it makes it like an AI picture of yourself in the book. Like if
I haven't
that's possible.
tried it. You can try that because it does allow you in the gem to upload documents. So when you upload the documents, it will allow you possibly, but I don't know if it's going to grab it and do it. I don't know the background, how this was created. So it just test it out.
Thank you.
Now it's Debbie's turn, and she's going to be doing our prize. She is our prize giveaway giver. Go ahead, Debbie.
Ooh, yes, thank you everyone for attending. Let's see who the lucky winner is today. And you do have to be present to win.
Congratulations, Ms. Ludivina Garcia. We'll make sure that we send you your prize to your campus very soon, very shortly. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out to myself, Debbie. We can show you how to do this one-on-one. Share it with your teachers. Share it with everyone that you want. And know that our department is here to support you and show you new ways on how to integrate technology and make your classroom even better. Thank you, everyone.
Have a good night. Stay warm.